seatbelts, roll up your sleeves and get ready for the extravaganza that awaits you. Bye-bye. Take care till we meet again. Thank you.
Unmute yourself.
Exceptional. I have yet to see such a wonderful program anywhere else. It is unique, original, and it doesn't look like it is the amateurs doing it. It looks like the experts are doing it. Thank you very much. All the students, you have done very well. I have seen your news in many times. I have seen in Times of India, and when the Prime Minister awarded your class 6 student, what is his name? I was really admiring you. All the today I heard his bansuri. He's so talented. So you are really international teacher, international administrator. There is no doubt about that. Wonderful, Jai Jagat.
Thank you so much, respected Didi. All our greatness is because of you. All our internationalism is because of you. Everything that we do in our school is because of the guidance, the mentorship that we get from our seniors. Well, yes, like Rishika mentioned, this is just the beginning. We have 5 more days to go. Hopefully, we will see you again during the closing ceremony. So thank you, each one. Thank you, all the teachers, all the students. Thank you, the technical team under the guidance of Mr. Kurian. Thank you, each one of you.
Let the poet inside you, unhindered, to explore, to venture, and to create. We welcome you all to Gitanjali, the poetry writing competition of Abhyuthanam 2021. Abhyuthanam, a part of Euphoria 2021, is an international cultural event for senior students.
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्.
Abhyuthanam was born to celebrate the spirit and essence of our nation. The objective of this International School Fest is to encourage students to draw on their resourcefulness in the vistas of Indian culture and to persuade them to further explore their creative acumen. Gitanjali is a collection of poems.
CMS students' views expanded through online competitions, WORDCRAFT, the International Literary Fest for primary and middle school students, and Abhyuthanam, the Awakening of Aryavrata, the International Cultural Fest for senior students. Gitanjali recitation demonstrated the literary acumen of senior students.
Let us all begin this competition by reminiscing God and seek His blessings. I request everyone to bow their heads for a prayer. Thank you, everyone. Now, without further ado, I will be sharing the guidelines for the competition for everybody's perusal. Prerequisites of the competition: participants must keep their videos switched on throughout the competition and they must remain muted. All the best to everyone, and may the mightiest pen win. Here are the 3 words: Serendipity, that is occurrence of events by happy or in a beneficial way. Epiphany refers to a sudden profound realization or idea. And third word is iridescence, that is a lustrous rainbow-like play of color caused by differential refraction of light waves as from an oil slick, soap bubble or fish scales that tends to change as the angle of view changes. As the timer begins, participants may begin writing.
I'm not upload. How shall I send it to you?
Your 1 hour is over. We are starting a timer for further submission. Received only 19 responses. Kindly hurry up. Okay, thank you for showing such a keen interest in poetry. Thank you to all for coming. Thank you.
I will be sharing the guidelines of the competition for everyone's perusal. Time allotted will be 50 plus 10 minutes. A4 sheets to be used for Madhubani painting leaving 2 cm for borders. 50 minutes will be given to each participant for completion and an additional 10 minutes for submission. Only acrylic paints to be used for the painting. Criteria of judgment will be neatness, creativity.
On the other hand, Madhubani musings demonstrated the creative skills.
Preliminary round of Subhashita, the extempore competition of Ātyantikaṁ 2021. Participants must ensure that their audio and video is switched on whenever asked to. Participants must ensure a stable internet connection. I will now divide the participants and judges into their respective pools. There are 2 breakout rooms. Pool A participants have to join the notification for Pool A and Pool B for their own pool. We are now in Pool A. I welcome you all to Pool A of, I suppose, AT001 is not in the meeting. We will move on. AT004, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready.
Can we please have the presentation? AT004, your topic is Atiti Devo Bhava. AT004, your preparation time is over.
Can I start speaking?
Your speaking time begins now.
Thank you for the given topic. I would like to start by saying that India has a long tradition of various festivals, whether it be Diwali, Holi, Ganesh Chaturthi, Eid. And in that festivals, the main importance is of guests, of course, and traditions which bring joy to the family. Guests bring a feeling of oneness and they're treated just like family and given special importance on these days. The various festivals also signify the feeling of unity in diversity. Guests bring more joy to the monotonous life of our lives, and in normal days we go about our routines as we usually do, but when guests are there in our house, we treat them like family, and we usually have a lot of different traditions and special food dishes which we cook to please the guests.
AT005, your topic is social hierarchy in Indian culture. AT006, your preparation time is over. Your speaking time of 120 seconds begins now.
Architecture in any culture plays a very important role because it not only tells us about the socio-cultural outlook of people, but also the materials which are used in a particular kind of monument point out to the standard of living of people as well as the economic conditions of that time. Indian culture is so diverse that we have to see its architecture in different time spans. Starting millennia back, we have the Harappan civilization, from which the Great Bath is a large public tank that is found at Mohenjo-daro. The public tank is special because it also relates to the significance of bathing attached to ceremonies since time immemorial. The structure is so well laid and the layout of water dispersal and sewage treatment is so advanced that historians even today wonder what was the secret of its greatness.
Okay, AT007, your topic is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. AT007, your preparation time is over now.
The phrase Vasudev Kutumbakam refers to the world is one family. India has such a diverse and accepting culture that even in immense diversity that can be seen even if you go from a distance as small as a city to as big as a geographical region from like the north to south, that we recognize that just because people have differences, it does not mean that they're any less valuable or any more valuable than anyone else. And this principle is stated in the fact that human life is inherently valuable. And by treating everyone equally, we increases the chances of being thoughtful to other and uniting even despite the differences, which can lead, which is the only way that we can progress in such a complex world that we live in. This philosophy is very different from the one that we see in the Western culture because a lot of the time their approach is very individualistic and did not focus on culture as a whole and what it.
Social evils in India. I repeat, your topic is social evils in India. Your preparation time of 1 minute begins now. AT008, your preparation time is over.
A nation's culture resides in the hearts and in the soul of its people. We all know that social evils were present in India from an early age, be it sati, which was burning of a widow with his husband, or things like caste system, poverty, gender inequality, or illiteracy. Some of these are still prevalent in our society, which is not what we need. We need to bring reforms to change these social evils. Caste system should not be prevailing in right now, but we still have castes in India like Shudra, Kshatriya, Brahman and Vaishyas. People are still ignorant to their sufferings. We need reforms to demolish these systems. We should no longer...
AT011, your topic is Indian superstitions. I repeat, Indian superstitions.
Good morning, everyone. So, a great, intelligent, wise man once said that the beauty of the world lies in the diversity of its people. Now, India has over 1.4 billion people. And each of these people have their own creative minds. And through this creativity, we've also come up with our share of superstitions. Now, a family that I come from, we have our own set of superstitions, not too great, not too weird, but I've heard some quirky ones from my friends, so I'd want to talk about them with you. Okay, this is a classic. I think we've seen it in every Karan Johar movie. It's the dahi and chidi for good luck. I don't know if it works, but I sure do have it. I had it before this competition too. Next, we have the black cat crossing the road causes bad luck.
AT001, your topic is Indian languages. I repeat, your topic is Indian languages.
A warm namaste to one and all present here. India has a rich culture, and that culture is pretty much our identity, be it in religion, art, or intellectual achievements, and even languages. India being so vast and India having so much diversity obviously has different means of communication, and that communication is carried forward in different languages. India has so many languages, but what binds it together is its origin. All of it originated from Sanskrit. Sanskrit may not be a mother tongue, may not be a national language, but it's one language that keeps us rooted to the ground.
Robert T. once said, and I quote, "Sometimes you win and sometimes you learn." I would now like to extend my gratitude and thankfulness to the judges for having spared their precious time. Also, a big thank you to all the participants for taking part in this competition with such incessant enthusiasm. Irrespective of who wins this competition, Team ātyantikaṁ would like to applaud and praise the efforts of each one of you.
Mythology is the study and interpretation of often sacred tales or fables of a culture known as myths, or the collection of such stories which deal with various aspects of the human condition. Myths express the beliefs and values about these subjects held by a certain culture. Myths tell the stories of ancestors and the origin of humans and the world, the gods, supernatural beings, and heroes with superhuman and often God-gifted. Indian mythology is one of the richest elements of Indian culture, which enriches it further and makes it a unique one in the world. Through generations, different stories in Indian mythology have been passed on from generation to generation, either by word of mouth or through carefully stored scriptures. The interesting aspects of the stories in Indian mythology is that they usually meant to convey subtle facts, rules, and maxims to guide our daily lives. Who doesn't enjoy a well-written story? Naturally, storytelling is the best medium for conveying even powerful messages.
I'm glad to get this opportunity to welcome you all to this ecstatic journey of Euphoria, the saga of celebrations. And before we begin with the proceedings for the day, may I request you all to kindly bow for a school prayer. The two-day event, WORDCRAFT, is all about the magical world of fairy tales. And today we have certainly reached the final round of it. The preliminary round was unquestionably competitive. And here we have the industrious finalists with us. Our heartiest congratulations to each one of you. It is indeed a proud moment. Let's take a look at the list of the 7 finalists. We have Sanvi Day from CMS Gomti Nagar Campus 1, Lucknow. We have Ashmita Chakraborty from Gopalan International School, Bengaluru. Then we have Preshta Dilip from Presidency School, Bengaluru. We also have Abhivir Harkawat from the Sanskar Valley School, Bhopal. We have Hriday Agarwal from Delhi Public School, LTECO, Lucknow. We have Anshara Bhargava from CMS Rajay Nagar Campus 2, Lucknow. And we have Zainab Abbas from CMS Chowk Campus, Lucknow. Congratulations to each one of you. Now let me brief you the guidelines for the rounds that will be held today.
The wordsmith competition organized for primary and junior students. In the live event, 6 students took the audience back in time and space of fairy tales.
So the question for you is, what did the white pebbles look like in the moonlight in the story Hansel and Gretel? And your options are A, diamonds, B, silver coins, or C, marbles. Sanvi, your time starts now.
They looked like silver coins.
Excellent, Sanvi. Option B, silver coins, is the correct answer. Well done. And the next question goes to Ashmita Chakraborty from Gopalan International School. Kindly unmute yourself, Ashmita.
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready.
Yes, now you are audible. The question for you is, why did the little match girl strike the whole bundle of matches? And your options are A, to keep her grandmother with her, B, to keep her mother near her, or C, to warm up the food. And Ashmita, your time starts now.
A, to keep her grandmother with her.
Awesome, Ashmita. Option A, to keep her grandmother with her, is the correct answer. Well done, child. And the next question goes to Preshta Dilip from Presidency School, Bengaluru. What did the 3 brothers inherit from their father in the story Puss in Boots? And your options are A, mill, mule and cat, B, farm, mill and cat, or C, house, cat and mill. And Preshta, your time starts now.
Option A, mill, mule and cat.
Fantastic, Preshta. Your answer is absolutely correct. It's option A, mill, mule and cat. Now the next question goes to Abhiveer Harkawat from the Sanskar Valley School. Why did the youngest sister finally decide to marry Bluebeard in spite of his ugliness in the story Bluebeard? And your options are?
Yes, ma'am, the answer is C. He throws a week-long party. Yeah, ma'am, the answer is C.
Bravo, Abhiveer. Your answer is absolutely correct. It's option C. He throws a week-long party and she gets impressed.
Ma'am, I'm ready.
All right. Now, the question for you is, identify the speaker here. She lives in a castle and I have only a box with 4 and 20 roommates to share it.
Ma'am, the answer is option B, the soldier in the tin soldier.
Amazing. You've got it right, Sanvi. Fly out into the world and make your own living.
Option B, Mother Pig in the Three Little Pigs.
I'm afraid that's the incorrect answer, but you tried well. The correct answer is option C, the Wicked Queen in the Wild Swans. Very well tried.
The scores after the second round are Sanvi, Abhiveer and Preshta are working hand in hand with 20 points each.
Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
So the video clip for you is... Sanvi, the question for you is, who's the girl here and what are the 3 things she has tasted?
The girl here is Snow White. The 3 things she has tasted are cold soup, cold meat and cold peas.
Terrific, Sanvi. Your answer is absolutely correct.
Alas, all wars are sad, sire, and should be avoided, I think.
I agree. Do you have any clues for me this morning?
Ashmita, the question for you is, identify the character in red coat and name this classic fairy tale. Sorry, Ashmita, your time's up. The correct answer is, the character in red coat is the soldier and the fairy tale is 12 Dancing Princesses.
Happily to the end of their little lives, their long.
Preshta, the question for you is, identify the character narrating the story to the children and name the fairy tale. Your time's up. So, I'm very sorry. And the correct answer is, the witch was narrating the story to the children and the name of the fairy tale is Hansel and Gretel. Abhiveer, the question for you is, what is the man collecting and name the witch who owned the garden? And your time starts now.
Ma'am, this is the story Rapunzel and the man is stealing some rampion for his wife.
I'm afraid, Abhiveer, this is not the correct answer. The correct answer is, the man was collecting radish and the garden belonged to Dame Gothel.
Pass the test, you pass the test. What test? The test, you pass.
Kride, the question for you is, name the fairy tale and which test did the girl pass?
Ma'am, the name of the fairy tale is Princess and the Pea. And ma'am, she has tested that she is a princess.
Marvelous, Kride. Your answer is absolutely correct. Well done.
At the end of round 3, Sanvi De is leading the scoreboard with 30 points. Abhiveer Harkawat, Kride Agrawal, Preshta Dilip, all 3 are sailing together.
The first question is for Sanvi De from CMS Gomti Nagar Campus 1. Sanvi, kindly unmute yourself. So the question for you is, unscramble the given word.
Ma'am, the answer is B, a test or trial, and the word is experiment. I'm writing it down.
All right, beautifully played. You've got it right, Sanvi. Congratulations. Yes, the correct answer is experiment. unscramble the word. You have to show the answer on the screen. All right, terrific. You've got it right, Ashmita. Very well played.
Ma'am, the word is physics and...
All right, brilliant. It's the correct answer, Preshta.
Ma'am, the answer is deer, reptile and crocodile. Crocodile.
Can you please write the answer in block letters?
After the third round, we have Preshta, Abhivir and Kriday scoring 30 points each. Ashmita has got 20 points and Sanvi is leading the race with 40 points.
So the question for you is, what's the good word which means unclear or vague in meaning? And your time starts now.
Ma'am, ambiguous.
Okay, now you have to show the spelling on the screen. I'm afraid, Sanvi, your answer is partly correct. The spelling of ambiguous is incorrect.
Sorry, I forgot to add the I after G. G-I-O-U.
Your spelling is incorrect. It's A-M-B-I-G-U-O-U-S. So your answer is partly correct, child. What's the good word which means having two opposite feelings at the same time? And your time starts now. I'm sorry, Ashmita, your time's up. The correct answer is ambivalent. What's the good word which means to make perfect or complete? And your time starts now. I'm sorry, Preshta, the time's up. And the correct answer is compliment. So in this activity, you will get to hear an audio for 1 minute. Listen to the audio carefully and I will tell you what you have to do right after this. So children, are you ready? So here is the audio clip for you.
Time to take flight with a gaggle of geese. Look down, I see a flock of sheep. Nighttime, a philosophy of owls. A pack of wolves remain on the prowl. A skulk of fox.
Okay, children. Now, you will be given 1 minute to list down the collective nouns which you just heard in this audio. May the best win. And your time starts now.
The game begins in 3, 2, 1.
The time's up and who's ready? Raise your hand. Okay. Okay. Abhivir, are you ready? Can you tell us the answers?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Kennel of kittens, herd of cows, gaggle of geese, swarm of bees, herd of buffaloes, pack of wolves. Ma'am, I wrote, ma'am, 6.
6.
Yes,
Wonderful.
he wrote 6.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Sanvi, and yes, please.
Sanvi, read out your answers. Read out.
A herd of cows, a gaggle of geese, a swarm of bees, a colony of ants, a flock of sheep, a knot of toads, a flight, a litter of...
Wonderful, Sanvi. Wonderful.
A cloud of bats and a pack of wolves.
Wonderful.
Oh.
Okay, so who will go next?
I'll go 10.
Yes, Preshta?
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Ma'am, I've only written pack of wolves and swarm of bees.
Oh, you have only written. Okay, well done, well done. Well tried, child, well tried. Preshta and Kriday, kindly note, in the tiebreaker round, you will be given 5 seconds to answer the question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we have a video clip for you. Name the fairy tale. Your time starts now.
Ma'am, the fairy tale is Bluebeard.
All right, wonderful. That's the correct answer. Congratulations, Kriday. Okay, moving on to the next one. The next question is for Preshta Dilip.
No.
The question for you is, name the fairy tale. Your time starts now. Oops, I'm sorry. Time's up. The correct answer is Cinderella. The name of the fairy tale is Cinderella.
Well, it was a real pleasure being a part of this quiz. I absolutely was very happy to see the response of the children, the response of all our students who have come from all parts of the country. It was amazing to see the way in which you answered all the questions that were asked. The trickiest of questions were also answered so well by you people. So even when you go to the senior section, when you have more studies to do, volumes of books which you have to study, your course books which you have to study, don't forget this habit, don't get out of this habit that you have developed right now. So once again, congratulations to each one of you, and congratulations to your teachers too. Congratulations to your schools too, because they have trained you, and it's because of that you have been able to reach this level. So my best wishes and congratulations. Keep up with your effort, and I will now request Sabha ma'am to please announce the result.
Right, Abhiveer is at 35, so second, and Kriday, after the tie between Kriday and Preshta, Kriday became the winner of the second round. Congratulations, children, to all of you. We can end the meeting now.
Alankaran, or the book cover designing competition, saw young hands dexterously designing imaginative book covers.
Others see. With this vision that our artists today may create alluring representations, we welcome you all to Alankaran, the book cover designing competition of Abhyuthanam 2021. Abhyuthanam, a part of Euphoria 2021, is an international cultural event for senior students, wherein a week-long extravaganza from the 5th to 9th February 2021 has been organized by City Montessori School, Gomti Nagar, Campus 1. Thank you, everyone. Now, without further ado, I'll be sharing the guidelines of the competition for everyone's perusal. The title, synopsis, and the genre of the book will be given to the participants in this meeting. Participants must use the Canva application or website to design the book cover from scratch. The use of pre-existing templates is forbidden and will result in immediate disqualification from this competition. The use of premium elements is forbidden, and the use of animated stickers is also forbidden. The cover must be relevant to the details given. The cover should in no way be copied from another book. Allow me now to welcome our judges of Magnus repute, who have blessed us all with their benign presence. We have with us Mr. Vijay Sobhani. Mr. Vijay Kumar Sobhani is an academician by profession, a freelance artist, and a graphic designer. Next, we have Dr. Kiran Lata Dangwal. Dr. Kiran Lata Dangwal is a professor at the Department of Education. She is also the additional dean, academic cell at the University of Lucknow.
A very good morning to everyone present here, and my sincere thanks to City Montessori Management of Gomti Nagar branch for giving me the honor to be a part of the jury member to judge the Alankaran. Very good name you have chosen, really. The book cover designing competition of Abhyuthanam 2021 by your students, which is an expression of digital creativity.
Today, we are here for the finale of Melange, a quiz competition for grade 5 based on English classics for young readers, including questions on idioms and phrases and famous poems. It is my greatest pride and privilege to welcome our irradiant finalists.
In the Melange competition, 6 qualifiers from the preliminary written round through the audiovisual quiz competition, showcased the immense literature which they have absorbed in their short lives.
It was no mean feat. To be top scorer there meant that you're truly brilliant. So let me introduce you to the 6 finalists of Melange. First on the list is Muhammad Babar Khan from CMS Rajendra Nagar Campus 1. Next we have Rayan Khan, City Montessori School, Gomti Nagar Extension Campus, Lucknow. Atulya Tripathi, CMS Cambridge Section, Lucknow. Vihan Uppal, Delhi Public School, Jankipuram, Lucknow.
My first question goes to Muhammad Babar Khan from CMS Rajendra Nagar Campus 1. What was the last thing that Alice saw the Mad Hatter and the martyr doing in the story Alice in Wonderland? And your options are A. Drinking tea, B. Stuffing the dormouse into the teapot, C. Spreading butter on the Mad Hatter's timepiece. And your time starts now.
Ma'am, stuffing the dormouse. Ma'am, it will be B.
Very well played, amazing, fabulous. That is the correct answer. You have nailed it. Rayan, the question for you is, where did Heidi live with her Aunt Dete before coming to her grandfather's house? And your options are A. Meinfeld, B. Frankfurt, C. Alps Mountains. And your time starts now.
Ma'am, Mansfield. Ma'am, A1.
Indeed, that's the correct answer. Very well played. Excellent. Who adopted Huckleberry at the end of the story, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer? And your options are A. Aunt Polly, B. The Widow Douglas, C. Judge Thatcher. And your time starts now.
It's Widow Douglas.
Clearly say the answer, please.
It's Widow Douglas.
Absolutely correct. That is the correct answer. Brilliant.
What a marvelous show. Let's take a look at the scoreboard after round 1. Muhammad Babar Khan from CMS Rajendra Nagar Campus 1, Rayan Ahmed Khan from CMS Gomti Nagar Extension Campus, Atulya Tripathi from CMS Cambridge Section, Vihan Uppal from DPS Jankipuram, Lucknow, Shreem Tripathi from CMS Gomti Nagar Campus 1, and Satakshi Shukla from CMS Rajendra Nagar Campus 2 are leading the scoreboard with a total of 10 points each. Charukya Pandey from Indraprasth Global School, Noida, and Pavni Mahendra from Seth Anandram Jaipuria School, Kanpur are yet to get the ball rolling. But don't you worry, we have 4 more rounds to go.
So here comes your first question. Who created the famous but evil characters Bill Sikes and Mr. Bumble in a story that is about an orphan? Your options are A. R.L. Stevenson, B. Charles Dickens, C. Mark Twain. And your time starts now. I'm sorry?
Ma'am, B.
Very
Charles
well
Dickens.
done. That's absolutely correct. B. Charles Dickens is the right answer. Well played, Babar. Here comes your question. Which famous author created the enigmatic character Captain Nemo? Your options are A. H.G. Wells, B. Jules Verne, C. R.L. Stevenson. And your time starts now.
Ma'am, C.
I'm afraid that's not the correct answer. The correct answer is B. Jules Verne. Okay, we have the question on the screen. Oscar Wilde wrote a book about a prince and his friend, a dove. Name the book. And your options are A. The Devoted Friend, B. The Prince and the Pauper, C. The Happy Prince. Your time starts
C,
now.
The Happy Prince.
Very well played. That's absolutely correct. The C, The Happy Prince, is the correct answer.
We now start with round 3, that is the audio-visual round. In this round, each question will be based on a video clipping. Each question has 2 parts and you need to answer both the parts